Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome one and all to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food Review series. I'm your host, The Report of the Week. Thanks for being here. Number one, I don't know if the intro got cut off by a split second. If it did, it did. We're just going for it anyway. Yeah, I know what you're saying right now. I know you're not even excited to be here. As a matter of fact, you're a little perturbed, maybe slightly confused, but definitely perturbed. Review brah, you can't do this. You just can't do this, man. You just can't do it. Some people are a little more upset. Review brah? No. No, review brah, no. Because you know what I did? I broke the golden rule. I'm reviewing the same establishment consecutively, back to back. And it might be the golden rule, but these are the golden arches, so it cancels out, so people can complain all they want, but I'm doing 2 McDonald's reviews back to back. I know, what a waste of a minute that was, so let's make up for it. Yeah, there isn't a lot to review these days at this point, and McDonald's is really going all out with the new releases, so I thought, what the heck, it's all there is to review at this point, so we'll try out another McDonald's item. Why not? I think it'll be applicable to a lot of folks anyway. The Spicy Chicken Nuggets. McDonald's originally released these back in 2020, and what they are is they're just like the standard Chicken McNuggets. But in the breading itself is a blend of, I believe, chili and cayenne pepper. You have that coating of the hot peppers that's in the breading of the McNuggets, thus making them spicy Chicken McNuggets. And they were released, again, originally in 2020. They were a big hit. A lot of people liked them. And then, as you know, with a lot of these, popular items, they take them away from you, and everyone's going crazy. I would be ripping down those curtains. If I were to do an accurate late 2020 nugget withdrawal demonstration, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to destroy the curtains, but you could pretend that I am. Then in early 2021, they brought them back, and then they took them away, and now they brought them back again. And I kind of wonder, quite frankly, and this isn't even an attack on McDonald's, but I just wonder, they released the Szechuan sauce, and there wasn't a whole lot of interest in that. I mean, I think people just the people who like it, but they've released it enough times at this point that just like the hype is gone. So I don't know if they were anticipating for it to be a bigger release than it really was, and now they're kind of like, well, this is bad, so let's revert to plan B and release another thing and hope that it kind of makes up for it. I don't know, maybe this was all planned out, I have no idea, it's just what came to mind. But anyway, the Spicy Nuggets are back. They just released them on Monday, I believe it is, so they're still, I actually saw that they've got an ad campaign going for them. I heard an ad on the radio for them, so they're definitely out. I got a 10-piece of the Spicy Nuggets. 10-piece for $7, not bad. You can get it with a variety of sauces as well, so I got a few sauces that we'll try them out with. I got some Cool Ranch. I got some Spicy Buffalo, so we got the opposite ends of the spectrum. And then for the heck of it, I got some more Szechuan sauce, because why not? I mean, what the heck, we're just going to go for it. It was there, so I'll just get some. Alright. Anyway, the reason I want to try these again is, number one, I got some requests for them. Number two, as you know, sometimes things get tweaked. We want to see if they're maintaining the standards or not, because they've been pretty good the last couple times, but we'll see how the quality holds up, and we'll see how the latest release is. Comes in special packaging, by the way. People like their branding. You can see the Spicy McNuggets. And then you've got, right there, that's a drop of hot sauce with 10 on them. And there they are. There's a 10-piece of the nuggets. We'll get one up. We'll, how about this one right here? We'll hold it up close for you. One thing that you can kind of notice, well, I don't know how well it shows up on the camera, actually, but they're a little more of like an orange hue than the standard nuggets. And they're a little on the crispier side. Alright, that's what it looks like right there. So I think you've got a good view of it, though. And again, all the spice is in the breading. So that's where it all is. That's where all the action is. Alright, what we're going to do, this is going to be a pretty quick review. We're going to take a few bites. We're going to talk about the nugget itself. Then we're going to go through each sauce, talk about that. But really, it's just going to get one rating just as an item. And then that'll be that. So, the Spicy Chicken Nuggets from McDonald's going in. Not bad. Chicken quality is standard, what you would expect from a chicken nugget, like a fast food chicken nugget. So obviously the quality of the meat is going to be, slightly inferior compared to what you might get on more of a premium chicken sandwich or a premium chicken strip, etc. But I think we all know that by now, that the fast food chicken nuggets are what they are. But still, it's flavorful, it's juicy. You can kind of see that, at least from what I could discern based on the cross-section, the meat itself actually looked, aesthetically speaking, it looked nice. Sometimes, some nuggets you'll bite in and it just looks like this ground-up mash that was just kind of molded together. And obviously, nuggets are what they are, but at least aesthetically speaking, it looked pretty well put together. Now, spice-wise, here's what I notice. Number one, again, and I've said this many times, but I could verify it, at least at this point, the spice is in the breading. Alright, so that's where all the action is, that's where everything is happening. The spice is in the breading of the nuggets themselves. So that's, again, that's where all that is. Has a nice crispy crunch to it, and again, I think I mentioned it looks like it's a little more breaded than some of the standard nuggets. So again, it has a nice crispy crunch to it, and the spice is definitely there. In terms of spicy chicken nuggets, they're some of the hotter ones that I've had. Not, incredibly hot or anything, but the spice is noticeable. As a matter of fact, it's not necessarily a long-lived spice. Obviously, I haven't been guzzling down the water unless it's so strong that I'm in a delirious state right now, and I'm dumping this all over my head, but I just don't realize it. I guess that's possible. The video will confirm whether that is or isn't happening. Otherwise, though, the spice is rather short-lived, but it lingers on for a little bit, maybe for like 30 seconds, as an aftertaste. So, I had the nugget, and then as I was giving my assessment, I noticed, in the back of my mouth, as I was enunciating to you, the spice kind of kept coming back and coming back. And, I would wager that these nuggets have a tendency, perhaps, to build on each other. So, for instance, if I were to just eat one, like a vacuum cleaner, one, and then another, and then another, and then another, and then before I drop them on the floor, because I'll probably do that if I keep putting them in my hand like that, I bet the spice will build up. So it depends on how fast you want to eat them, how many of them that you're going to eat. Obviously, if you're sensitive to spice, it might be a good idea to have some cold drink nearby. I mean, I've got my water right here. But not the spiciest in the world, but definitely a little spicier than some of those spicy nuggets anyway, and they've got that nice aftertaste. But nothing, I think, that'll knock your socks off. But, still, for what they are, they're not bad. I'd say they're maintaining the standards. I think they're about as good as the last time, which is nice to see. Alright, real quick, we're going to try out some of these sauces. This is kind of... I pretty much gave the assessment already, so this is just like for the fun of it. Let's just see how these sauces taste with the nuggets, why not? Alright, this is the Cool Ranch. Well, they just call it ranch. I kind of added the cool there. Maybe it's spicy ranch, but I highly doubt that, because you think that would be emphasized. Alright, let's see how that goes. I'm not the biggest ranch fanatic in the world, but I bet that's the one that a lot of people would like to go with. The ranch is nice and creamy, and it kind of negates some of the spiciness of the nugget. It works, though. It definitely works. I could actually taste a hint of garlic in the ranch. But yeah, that probably would be a popular combination, especially if you're not a big fan of the spice. If you're feeling a bit more brazen, and this is right up my alley, because you know, I was just skydiving today. I mean, I am an adrenaline junkie. You know, you want to talk about high intensity. That's all me. So for someone as bold and daring as I am, then you're going to go with the buffalo sauce. You're just going to go all out there and you're going to say, oh, this spice, let's kick it up a level. And again, both of these sauces are creamy, very creamy. That buffalo sauce definitely does increase the spice by a considerable margin. I believe it's the same blend of peppers, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look. Yeah, cayenne pepper. Mostly cayenne pepper in the buffalo, and you could really taste it. That definitely amplifies the existing spice of the nuggets. So if you're really just going out there and you say, I want this to be even hotter, then get the buffalo sauce. That's also a good accompaniment. It works. Now third, honestly, I kind of got this one just for bleeps and giggles, as they say. I got the Szechuan sauce, you know, because why not? It's the priceless Szechuan sauce, you know. The way it's so hyped up, I feel like I'm supposed to be sitting here petting the thing going, it's Szechuan sauce, you know, and just I'm supposed to be doing something like that to it. But instead, I'm just going to dip this nugget in it. I honestly don't know how this is going to work with it, but we're going to find out. We got the Szechuan sauce and a spicy nugget. Dip it in. Let's find out. We'll take a second bite. So it's interesting. It's an interesting combination. Not particularly bad. It's just interesting. As a matter of fact, what I notice here is that the Szechuan sauce actually overpowers the spiciness of the nugget, if you would believe that. The other two sauces kind of blend together nicely, and you can taste a little bit of everything. With the Szechuan sauce, on the other hand, that kind of almost negates the flavor of the spicy nugget. And yeah, I taste that little spicy aftertaste, as I was mentioning, but you can't really taste much else. I mean, the Szechuan sauce is that potent. Like I said, it's not bad. It's just interesting. It's like a combination. It's like, I wouldn't have figured that would really work, but it kind of does. It's like, yeah. I mean, I'd use it, but I'd probably go for the buffalo sauce out of all of them, but it's interesting. And it's a sauce that's there for you to get if you want to get it anyway, so why not? So, all things considered, and on a final note, you don't need any app or any of that to be able to get these nuggets. You could just go in like a normal person and just order the nuggets at the drive-thru, or if you want to go in or get them delivered. You don't need any of that stuff, so you could just get these normally. So good news there, in my opinion. Alright, all things considered, you know what they taste like, you know how the sauces are. Price for them, again, $7 for 10 nuggets, which is what it is, you know. It's just the way things are these days. So, out of 10, I'm happy with them. I would give these an 8 out of 10. You know, definitely slightly above average, especially when it comes down to spicy nuggets. They taste pretty good. There's some decent spice to them. And even if you're not too satisfied with the spice, you know, the sauces work pretty well. But as far as fast food chicken nuggets go, I'd say I'm happy with them. Alright, on one final note, in addition to this channel, I also do a podcast and I do a radio show. Both of those are endeavors that I put a lot of time and effort into. If you want to check them out, you want to find out ways to support the channel, access exclusive content, and help keep everything going, please consider checking out my Patreon page. It's at patreon.com/TheReportOfTheWeek. Your support always does an awful lot of good. It helps quite a bit with everything else that I do as well, and it's much appreciated. So take a look at what there is, check it out, and if you want to help, you can find a link to that in the pinned comment and in the description of this video as well. But I hope you could take a look, and hope you could see you there. Alright, that's all that I have for you. Until next time, I'm your host, The Report of the Week.